evening, here's top news newsletter starting with headline. Syrian army conflicts heavy losses among terrorists. Iraq, Syria is defending neighboring countries against terrorism. Hezbollah war considered Israel's most serious challenge in 2015. A number of civilians were killed in terrorist rocket attacks that hit residential areas in Aleppo city. Rocket shells fired by terrorists fell on Al-Jamili neighborhood, killing 12 civilians, most of them are children. Units of the army killed members of two terrorist groups at northeast of Salim village and the northern part of Zamrin village in the countryside of Daraa southern province. Earlier Monday, Army United targeted gatherings of terrorists in Busra Sham, its surrounding Maraba, Jermeen and in the countryside of Daraa province, killing more than 50 terrorists, including self-claimed leaders, and destroys 5 vehicles and ammunition. A unit of the army kills and wounds a number of terrorist members of Jabhat al-Nusra in Tal Mashara in the countryside of Counter province. Iraqi Foreign Minister Ibrahim al-Jafari said Syria is in fight against terrorism, is defending neighboring countries. This is something that everyone must be committed to doing. Al-Jafari told reporters in a joint press conference with Deputy Prime Minister Walid al-Muallim before leaving Damascus. Minister al-Muallim, for his part, Syria and Iraq are stand in the same trench against terrorism. Whenever Iraq is okay, Syria is okay too, and that's why we are deeply confident that the Iraqi leaders have never spared any efforts to support Syria and help break the side imposed on it, he added. The war with Hezbollah is considered the most serious challenge which Israel must encounter in 2015, according to a Zionist media outlets. The Israeli political and military analysts noted that a scenario of any upcoming war with Hezbollah would be a different. Curbing the Israeli Air Force and striking the entire settlements will distinguish Hezbollah military performance, which is expected to cause vast cases of panic and edux among the Zionist settlers. The analyst added, using 100,000 rockets arsenal, Hezbollah will destroy the Israeli infrastructure, power facilities, the residential buildings, and Zionist military command headquarters. In this context, the enemy media outlets pointed out that Hezbollah will also deploy its elite troops in the Zionist northern settlements after storming them. The Israeli analyst asserted that Hezbollah is still augmenting its military power to employ all kinds of weapons in order to target the entire Zionist entity. The United States administration said that it is still unconvinced the Zionist Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu believes in the concept of Palestinian state, stating there is a legitimate doubt about whether the entity will pursue a two-state solution. Speaking to reporters, White House Press Secretary Josh Earnest expressed beliefs it was appropriate for the Zionist Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to apologize to the so-called Israeli Arabs for comments he made last week on the eve of re-elections. In urging his supporters to get out and vote, Netanyahu said last week that Arabs were voting in droves in an effort to ousted him for office. However, he apologized for those comments Monday, and administration officials say such an apology was the right move. Just before the Israeli election, Netanyahu said there would be a Palestinian state under his watch. A gunman killed 13 passengers traveling on a bus toward Ritaif, southern Afghanistan, officials said, and the latest attack hitting civilians in the country's still bloody conflict. The killings in Wadak province, which lies close to the capital Kabul, underline Afghanistan's fragile security situation as President Ashraf Ghani holds talks in Washington. The bus was heading for the Ritaif southern city of Kandahar. That was all for today. Thanks for joining us. I'm Nibal Hnedi. Good night.